Hi guys, it's Mishra here. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Mishra and I do videos about all things budgeting and our debt-free journey, the good and the inevitable bad. And you also see some random vlog, day in the life kind of things sprinkled in here, here and there. So today, this is for people that, might be new to budgeting, not really sure where to start. If that is you, keep watching. If it's not you, still keep watching, and I'm sure that you'll still find some value. If you're new here, please subscribe. I would love to have you join our family. When you are starting your budget, the very first thing, which I think is important to do, is to find your focus. So what do I mean by find your focus? So maybe your focus is paying down debt. Maybe your focus is saving for your emergency fund. Maybe your focus is investing for long term. So basically you want to establish what your focus is before you start to develop your budget, just so that you kind of have that in the back of your head. Number two is to look at your bank statements and your credit card statements. So when you do this, you'll kind of get an idea for what you spend on a monthly basis. You can go back the previous month or 2 months or 3 months, just look at your expenses and get a rough idea of kind of like what you spend on gas, what you spend on groceries, so that you kind of know an estimate of what an average month looks like for you. And then this will help you later on when you're trying to build your budget category. Number three is to calculate your income. And so basically you just look at your pay stubs or you look at your bank statement for the month to see what money did you have coming in for the month. And so when I do this, when you're on a fixed income, it's very easy to do this. You generally get paid the same thing bi-weekly or monthly or however you get paid. When you have a variable income, so whether you work hourly or maybe you're self-employed, it's a little bit harder to gauge how much income you have coming in. So again, what I would do is I would go to your previous few months and I would look to see what landed in your bank account on those days. And if you're self-employed and your income really comes from a lot of different places, what I would do is I would lowball it a little bit. So you look at your past few months, see either what the lowest is that you got paid during that month and try and budget for that amount. Or, if on average you got, I don't know, $2,000 a month, maybe you just budget for $1,800. So you want to kind of lowball on your income if it's variable, just to make sure that you're not kind of like over budgeting for more money than you have, if that makes sense. Number four is figure out your fixed and your variable expenses. So your fixed expenses are basically your bills. So I like to say that your fixed expenses are the expenses that you can't control. So that could be your rent or your mortgage. That could be your utilities. It could be a car payment. It could be your cell phone. It could be subscriptions. So this is stuff that's reoccurring every month that you can't really control the amount that it is every month. Yeah, so you establish those first because you kind of owe people these monies for these services. So you want to make sure that you have that covered. And then the next thing you do, and this can depend on everyone's individual situation. So say for instance, you are living paycheck to paycheck and you don't really have a lot of money from paycheck to paycheck. So the next thing you'll probably do when you'd want to look at your variable expenses. And so these would be like gas and food. So you would want to take the variable expenses that you basically need to survive. So, you can't go without eating. And if you have a job, transportation and gas is a very important expense. So I would find out what those two are, what those important variable expenses are, before doing anything else. And so if you're on the other side and you're not living paycheck to paycheck, every like bi-weekly to bi-weekly pay cycle, you find that you have extra money, you're not really like stressed out about it, then this is where finding your focus comes in. So before doing anything else and just kind of spending your money or just swiping your card and not really thinking about it, you, what they call, pay yourself first. So you put your priority ahead of anything else. So if your priority is saving for emergency fund, then maybe when you set up your goals for the year, you might have decided you wanted to save $12,000 for the year. So then this is where you might take your $1,000 per month and you just put that aside right away before you even get the chance to spend on miscellaneous stuff that you don't really care about. So yeah, in this section, it depends on your individual situation, how you decide to go about doing it, if you pay yourself first or if you want to take care of your essential needs before doing anything else. And so after doing that, some might have money left over, but then you might not have some money left over. So then you'll have to kind of go back to your variable expenses, see in what areas you can cut back a little bit. And then another option, if things might be tight or you're living paycheck to paycheck, is trying to figure out another source of income. So this could be a side job. This could be doing surveys online. This could be a lot of different things, like selling stuff just for extra money. Side gigs are something that for some people are not sustainable long-term, and that's okay. Sometimes you just need it for a little season just to get your stuff accelerated. I know for me, in 2023, I'm hoping that all the side income that I bring in or any additional money that I have, I can use that to accelerate my goal to paying off debt. So, that's why it's good to kind of like set your goal, set your focus from the beginning so that when you do have extra money, you know exactly what it is or where you want to put that money to kind of accomplish your goals. Number 5. So once you're done doing that, then it's just about calculating your budget. So you take your income, you minus your fixed expenses, then you either pay yourself first or budget your essential needs like your gas and your food, and then you'll have a remainder after that. There's something called a zero-based budget, and that's where every dollar has a name. So say if after doing all of that you had $500 left, you would go back and you would look to say, okay, now that I've done this, where can the rest of this money go? Do I want to, do I know that I have a birthday party coming up that I might need to buy a gift for? Do I want to buffer or put a buffer in my account? Do you want to put a little bit extra into your investments? So then you decide where it goes. Some people don't really do that. If they're just comfortable with it, they might just kind of keep it as miscellaneous or just a buffer in their account to use. But again, that's, dependent on how you want to do your budget and if money is kind of tight for you or not tight for you. So those are my 5 kind of like steps, I guess you can say, on how to build a budget if you are a beginner and you don't really know where to start. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up and a like. Forward it to your friend if you think that they might be interested or if they are struggling with budgeting, not really knowing where to start. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.